Hello students, my this video is in continuation of the video number 2 on the essay Vivekanand The Great Journey to the West by the author Romain Rolland. This essay is an extract taken from his biography Life of Vivekanand. In the previous two videos, we had learned through the author that Swami Vivekanand attended the Parliament of Religions in Chicago in America, but that journey for him was not an easy one. In this chapter, the writer Romain Rolland narrated how many hurdles Swami Vivekanand had to cross to reach to his destination. He passed through different countries. He journeyed by boat and by train. During his journey, he became penniless. He expected help from the official religious society, but the chief of the society discarded his request. But it is a true fact that fate helps those who help themselves. He had some attracting power in his personality that made him fascinated wherever he went. He fascinated others even while he was unknown there. Now, I begin the text from the last line on the page number 18 in the prescribed book Prose and Fiction for BA Part 3rd, English Literature, Paper 2nd in MGS University, Bikaner. The text is: in Boston train, his appearance and conversation struck a fellow traveler, a rich Muscat lady, who questioned him and then interested herself in him, invited him to her house, and introduced him to the Hellenist J.H. Wright, a professor at Harvard. In these lines, the writer says that in the Boston train, the appearance and conversation of Swami Vivekanand struck means impressed to a fellow traveler who was a rich lady from Muscat. She questioned him. She took information about Swami Vivekanand and then interested herself in him. She got interested in Swami Vivekanand, invited him to her house. She invited him to her house and introduced him to the Hellenist J.H. Wright, a professor at Harvard. Hellenist is a scholar of the classical Greek civilization. She introduced Swami Vivekanand to the Hellenist J.H. Wright, who was a professor at Harvard. The latter was at once struck by the genius of this young Hindu and put himself entirely at his disposal. The latter here is J.H. Wright, the professor. J.H. Wright was at once struck means impressed by the genius of this young Hindu. He was impressed by the genius of Swami Vivekanand and he put himself entirely means completely at his disposal means desire. He was so much impressed by Swami Vivekanand that he totally surrendered or agreed to the desire of Swami Vivekanand. He insisted that Vivekanand should represent Hinduism at the Parliament of Religions. He insisted means emphasized that Vivekananda should represent Hinduism at the Parliament of Religions and wrote to the president of the committee, and he wrote about it to the president of the committee. He offered the penniless pilgrim a railway ticket to Chicago. He offered the penniless. Penniless means without a penny. Pilgrim is traveler. A railway ticket to Chicago. He arranged a railway ticket for Swami Vivekanand to reach to Chicago, as Swami Vivekanand was at that time penniless. And letters of recommendation to the committee. He also wrote a letter of recommendation for Swami Vivekanand to the committee for funding lodgings, for making arrangements for his stay there. In short, all his difficulties were removed. In short, after meeting to J.H. Wright, all his difficulties about money or about reaching there or about staying there in Chicago, all his difficulties were now removed. Vivekanand returned to Chicago. Vivekanand returned to Chicago. The train arrived late. And the dazed young man who had lost the address of the committee did not know where to go. And the dazed means confused, young man, Swami Vivekanand, who had lost the address of the committee, did not know where to go. He did not know where to go at that time. Nobody would deign to inform a colored man. No one would deign. Deign means oblige or take trouble to inform a colored man. We can notice here that color of the skin also mattered much there. No one took trouble to inform him about the Parliament of Religion. He saw a big empty box in a corner of the station. And slept in it. In the morning he went to discover the way. In the morning he went to find out the way, begging from door to door as a sannyasin. He begged from door to door as a sannyasin. But he was in a city that knows penures like 1,001 ways of making money. But he was in such a city where people like a rogue know many deceitful ways to make money except one, the way of Saint Francis. They do not know the one way of Saint Francis, the vagrancy of God. The vagrancy of God means wandering by wandering and making money or begging money. He was in such a city where people knew many wicked ways to make money except one, the simple way of making money. He was rudely dismissed from some of the houses. He was rudely dismissed or discarded or removed from many houses, from some of the houses. At others he was insulted by the servants. At other houses he was insulted by the servants. At still others the door was slammed in his face. The door was slammed or shut noisily in his face. After having wandered for a long time, he sat down exhausted in the street. After having wandered for a long time, he sat down exhausted means tired in the street. He was remarked from a window opposite. He was seen from a window opposite and asked whether he were not a delegate to the Parliament of Religions. Someone saw him from a window and asked whether he was not a delegate or a representative to the Parliament of Religions. He was invited in the house, and once more fate found for him one who was later numbered among his most faithful American followers. Once more fate found for him a person who was later numbered or counted as among one of his most faithful American followers. When he had rested, he was taken to the Parliament. When he took rest, he was taken to the Parliament. There he was gladly accepted as a delegate. There he was gladly means happily accepted as a delegate or a representative, and found himself lodged with the other Oriental delegates to the Parliament. And he found himself lodged. His staying arrangements were made with the other Oriental participant or representative to the Parliament. His adventurous journey, which had almost ended disastrously, brought him on this occasion into the port, but not for rest. His adventurous journey. His journey was full of adventures, which had almost ended disastrously. His journey ended almost in a failed way, brought him on the occasion into the port. His journey now brought him On this occasion, into the port, he was taken on a corner of his journey, uh, or the shore of a journey, but not for rest. But still, he had not rest there. Action called him, his inner action spirit called him, for now that fate had done its worst, till now fate had done its worst, it had to give place to resolution. Now fate had to help him. Now fate had to reach to make him to reach to the final situation. The unknown of yesterday, the beggar, the man despised for his color by a mob, the unknown of yesterday, the unknown person of yesterday, who was like a beggar, the man despised for his color, he was a man who was hated for his color, for the color of his skin, by a mob, by the crowd, wherein the dregs of more than half a dozen of peoples of the world meet. As dregs here means worthless part. He was considered as a worthless part uh, of a nation. At first glance was to impose his sovereign genius. Now at first look or first impression he was to impose, he was to show his sovereign means supreme genius. This was an occasion, this was an ultimate occasion where he was to present himself and he was to show his supreme genius or talent.